more damage than he intended. Now he panics. He can't take her to the hospital without getting himself in trouble. Maybe he feels he's got no choice but to finish the job, hush her up. So he covers up her mouth and nose. Grady nods. Yeah, I could see that. If he'd meant to kill her, he could have kept hitting with the rock, but he only hits her once, right? Right. The fact that he switched methods in the middle indicates some kind of shift in mood or intent, and putting your hand over someone's nose or mouth who's unconscious, that's a coward's act, right? It's bloodless and it's easy. You don't need rage for that. Hell, it's the common choice of mercy killers. We saw a few of those when I was in New York. Okay, but why the long time between when he killed her and when he put the body in Miller's barn? I dropped into the chair in front of Grady's desk and took a sip from my cup. One thing I loved about the Lancaster police station, they had damn good coffee. I think he was working it out. He didn't expect to kill her. Suddenly, midday, he's got a dead body, so he hides her and tries to figure out what to do. That night, when it's dark and he can get away with it, he gets rid of her. So he, what, put her in his trunk till then? I bit my lip. Maybe. They haven't found any fibers on the body, but she was dragged through the water. Trace evidence could have gotten washed away. But the coroner thinks she spent several hours outside in the snow, post-mortem. There was skin tissue damage that indicates contact with ice or snow. So he doesn't intend to kill her. It happens. He hides the body outside, goes home, and tries to figure out where to dump her. He remembers this area of Amish farms with the creek and the trails the animals use to get to the water, and he decides to put her there. I nodded. He'd have to know the area well, but yes. Either he figures there's no way the family there would be blamed for it, or he's looking for a scapegoat. It's hard to believe he'd think anyone at Miller's would be a suspect. The father's unlikely, and the oldest boy isn't mature enough, if you ask me. Wayne Miller was a farm boy, so he was strong, but he wasn't all that big, and he still gave off the impression of a boy still too naive to have had dealings with a girl like our Jane Doe. What if the killer made a mistake? What if he thought he was putting the body in someone else's barn, someone he thought he could frame? Anything's possible, I admitted reluctantly, but at some point you have to stop reaching for straws and investigate the most likely theories. Otherwise, you'll just chase your own tail and get nowhere. Yeah, Grady agreed. Unfortunately, the boot prints aren't likely to pan out. They're a common Everly farmer's boot that's been in production forever, and from the way the pattern is worn down, they're old. Any chance of checking online sales records? Grady gave me a you-gotta-be-kidding-me look. Online? You buy boots like those at a feed store, and you pay cash. That's how farmers work, and yeah, I'm having Hernandez check out the local stores, but honestly, I doubt we'll get a lead. Damn, I'd pinned some hope on those boot prints. So, profile. You're sure the killer's a man? Grady asked. The scenario we just laid out, it makes more sense if it was a man, but maybe she got in a fight with a girlfriend or a woman jealous because she was flirting with her boyfriend or something. The blow to the head, the Emmy says it was a strong blow, but can't rule out a woman. The suffocation afterward, that definitely could have been a woman. But the way the body was transported, yeah, I laid awake thinking about that last night, I admitted. It hadn't been a pleasant evening. I kept thinking about the killer pushing Jane Doe's body under those chicken wire fences and then diving under himself, sinking down completely into that freezing cold water in the middle of winter with a dead body right there. And then, when he gets to Miller's, pulling her out of the water, lifting that body, carrying it across a field of snow in the night air while soaking wet. That took a lot of strength, but also balls of steel. It was a low of 20 degrees that night. How desperate did the killer have to be to do that? He was desperate to hide what he'd done, like crawling over broken glass to escape a fire desperate. Desperate. Why? Desperate to hide his sin? I didn't say it out loud, but my gut had a pet theory. I wasn't convinced a modern person could have done that. We're too soft, too lazy. The killer was someone used to